More than 20 years ago, Turkey built its first wind farm on the Aegean coast. Known for its scenic beauty, the region is also famous for its high wind speeds. That made it the ideal location to power the turbines for Turkey's push towards greener energy. And over the last decade, the country has seen its wind power capacity soar. One European country has cashed in on that boom. Ludovica Brignola reports.
The cool winds of Anatolia could change the direction of the global wind energy industry. With key markets such as China and India flustered by COVID-19, more companies are setting their eyes on Turkey as the new regional hub. Denmark's Resolux Group, a multinational that produces wind turbine equipment, is one of them.
Supply chain is a vital point for our business. Our main focus is to put some diversifications, because once this chain breaks, it will have taken years to fix it. And COVID-19 has been a challenge that named lessons to be learned.
Asian economies have been ravaged by the pandemic, which first broke out in China, the biggest market in the world for wind and renewable energy. Thanks to their favorable demographics, young populations and skilled workforce, China, India and South Korea were key resources for a company like Resolux. But right now, Turkey is set to provide a feasible and attractive alternative.
Turkey has got really big potentials about the workforce, dynamic workforce, and also geographic advantage regarding to approach easily rather than China and other markets, because just in 3 or 4 hours we can have a plane to reach any markets, and we can have a visit face-to-face to the customers. And about also logistics, we have got really big advantage in EMEA regions.
The wind energy industry is growing at a remarkable rate in Turkey. This year, electricity generation from wind exceeded 10% of the total mix on a monthly basis for the first time in history, an increase of nearly 50% in 2 years. Last year, Turkey ranked 8th in the world for new wind power plants installations and 5th in Europe, according to the Global Wind Energy Council. The biggest wind power additions were in the provinces of Çanakkale, Bursa, Balıkesir, Kırklareli in the Marmara region, Izmir, dubbed by the Turks as the wind capital, Aydın and Muğla in the Aegean region also contributed significantly, as did Van and Hatay in the east. The industry has been growing at a steady pace for the past decade. Danish company Nordex, one of the world's largest wind turbine manufacturers, says the sector in Turkey has the potential to create thousands of jobs.
Wind energy will continue to grow both in Turkey and in the world. We are at the beginning of this business in Turkey. Our installed capacity is 10,000 megawatts, but Turkey has a strong potential in wind energy. We expect an increase in employment, especially in domestic producers. We have now reached 15,000 employees, but we expect it to progress to 30,000 in the next 15 years.
Turkey has some of the world's cheapest wind power prices. And as governments rush to achieve net zero emissions target by 2050, the country is expected to lure a growing number of investors to its wind energy sector. Ludovica Brignola, Strait Talk.
And to discuss Turkey's wind energy sector and its ties with Denmark, joining me now in the studio is Annan. He is Denmark's ambassador to Turkey. Mr. Ambassador, welcome to Strait Talk. It's good to have you on the set. Could you walk us through the current status of Turkey-Denmark economic relations?
Yes. Danish-Turkish economic relations have been relatively stable over the last years, and that is, of course, not where we want to see it. We want to see our bilateral relations develop much more in a positive direction. If you look at the first 3 months of this year, we have actually seen a significant growth, both in Danish exports to Turkey and Turkish exports to Denmark. And we will, of course, like to see that to continue.
So how has the COVID-19 pandemic impacted the mutual investment and cooperation? And are they likely to pick up where they were left off?
I would say that last year we actually saw a significant drop in our bilateral trade. Danish exports to Turkey fell with 12.6%. Turkey did a lot better.
Why is that?
Because of COVID-19.
Okay. So there were problems for the transportation?
There has been problems
chains?
with supply chains also, yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so which sectors do the Turkish firms lay their eyes on in Turkey the most?
Danish companies in Turkey?
Yes.
Renewable energy, energy efficiency, pharmaceuticals, food ingredients. They are some of the major sectors of Danish exports to Turkey.
Mm-hmm. So what is it like to invest in Turkey? What does Turkey offer different than other regional countries, or let's say other powerhouses, especially in terms of renewable energy?
Turkey has offered some quite good incentives when it comes to renewable energy power generation. That is, of course, more something that the investors are looking at. Mm-hmm. But I've also paid a visit to Izmir recently, and for me it's very clear that Izmir is somehow developing into a Turkish hub for renewable energy. Mm-hmm. We do actually have a close cooperation also with the Turkish government. The Danish Ministry of Energy and the Turkish Ministry of Energy are looking at ways to develop the offshore wind sector in Turkey.
How important are the government-to-government projects as capacity building?
I would say they're very important because they're also laying the foundation for future commercial relations between our two countries.
So how dependent they are on political relations between the two countries?
I would say that is less important. We have technical cooperation between the two ministries, as I mentioned, Ministry of Energy of Denmark and Ministry of Energy of Turkey. And we are looking at technical solutions, but I would say overall, Danish-Turkish relations are good.
If I'm not mistaken, Denmark provides 50% of its energy from solar and wind energy. Would Turkey be able to reach that volume?
I don't know if Turkey will be able to reach it. Turkey is a much larger country and also with a much larger population, 83 million. Denmark is close to 6 million. But
is Denmark a sunny country? Because last time I checked, it was raining and it was about 16 degrees Celsius. So how do you produce solar energy?
Yeah, actually solar energy is quite limited. What we are doing is mainly wind energy. And I think a fun fact I normally use is that on windy days in Denmark, and we have quite a lot of windy days, we do actually produce more than the electricity consumed by the whole of Denmark.
So what do the current investments in the renewable energy sector stand now, and what are the strategic focus areas for Danish investors in the energy sector besides the wind energy?
Yeah. We have seen Danish investor interest in the pharmaceutical sector. We have seen it in transportation also.
So where does water and wastewater technology stand now?
That is also one of our focus areas. We do believe that there is a very, very good scope for cooperation between Denmark and Turkey, especially, of course, in light of climate change. We do know that we are living with scarce water resources, and we need to benefit from the resources we have and use them in the best possible way. And there, Denmark has some very good solutions.
Yeah, Denmark attaches great importance to smart mobility and green transition. And it has already spearheaded this green transition in public transportation in several cities, if I'm not mistaken. What are you aiming to achieve with this?
We are, of course, aiming to achieve healthier lives. If you move on a bike or you walk instead of sitting in your car, you will have a healthier life, but also a healthier environment. And I think for a country like Turkey, depending on import of energy, of 75% of its energy, that is actually also, from a geopolitical point of view, very, very important that you become less dependent on energy imports and produce much more locally from renewable energy sources.
So why do you think Denmark has been assisting Turkey in its green transition, and what are the challenges before that?
It is also because we do believe that it's not only a national issue for Denmark, it's a global issue. Climate change is global, and we do believe that international partnerships are basically pivotal if we want to reach also the goals set by the Paris Agreement.
So I think you'll be celebrating the closing of the joint design project along with Netherlands called Public Spaces and Low Carbon Mobility Center for a Healthy City. What are you trying to achieve here, and do you believe that the Turkish public is ready and, most importantly, aware of the benefits of this green transition, for example?
Tomorrow we are actually organizing a bicycling event. I will also join myself, and the mayor of Katikoy municipality will also join. We want to bring, and of course the Dutch and the Danish consulates will also join. It's a joint project. We want to bring attention to the fact that if you want to move from point A to point B, you don't need to take your car. You could walk, or you could actually also take the bicycle. But that, of course, also requires some infrastructural changes to cities for that to be a feasible solution.
So will your country continue to hold such activities to ratchet up public awareness in Turkey about the green energy?
We are definitely in it for the long term. We will continue to work closely with our Turkish friends on that agenda.
All right. Okay, Mr. Ambassador, unfortunately, we'll have to leave it here. Thank you very much for joining us on Strait Talk.
Thank you for having me.